everybody. Hope you're having a great day or night or whatever time you're watching this. Today I want to talk about one of the major problems I had with this van when I first purchased it, and the steps I took to fix it. So let's go for a ride and I'll tell you what it's all about. Off the back bumper like that. Wasn't it windy back there? Come on in. Anyway, just driving the van around. I love driving this thing. I can't wait to like really do some exploring and take some big trips with this thing. But in the meantime, it's nice fixing it up and getting it to where I want to be. It's a slow process, but we'll get there. Problem I had when I first bought it, I would be driving. Well, the first time it happened, I was on kind of an incline and I was pretty low on gas, and it just stalled, just died on me. Wouldn't start, just totally dead. No turning over the starter or anything, just nothing. So I rolled it back on a kind of a level ground and it started back up. So I was thinking maybe the tank was at an angle where, I wasn't getting any gas. And then a couple days later, I was driving down the freeway and then same thing. All of a sudden, just cut right out, right while I was doing 65 miles an hour. Luckily, I just was able to get over to the side of the road and pull over. Wouldn't start, waited like 10 minutes and then it started back up. So I really didn't, and then when it would start back up, it would run perfect for a few days, which was really weird. So it happened to me another time and I had to get it towed because usually it would start back up after a couple minutes or something, but this time it wouldn't start at all. Had the tow truck, I towed it home, and then sure enough, that night, turned it, fired right back up. So I took it to a mechanic. I had some other stuff getting worked on, and he thought it was the fuel filter, and I was just about ready to pay for that, which was like $500 or something, because you got to drop the whole fuel tank down to do the fuel filter in these. It's not I think it's part of the fuel pump. It's all one piece. Someone may be able to clarify me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But it was like around 500. So I was talking to another guy, and he said, why don't you bring it to this guy and just have him look at it? He's pretty good. So I brought it over there and he did some tests. And he said he was 99% sure that it was the ECU or ECM, or whatever you call it, basically the vehicle's computer. He said I could get a refurbished one. So I went home and I did some research. There's like two major companies, AA Cardone and one other one that remanufacture factory computers. You send them your core. So I went on some forums and did some searching around, and a lot of horror stories. Some even, a lot of them didn't work. They had not a very good success rate of, having them refurbished and working out good. And in some cases, you send them your core, and they would never send you another one or your core back, so you're stuck without one. And the other disadvantage of that is if you send your core while they're fixing it, who knows how long, you're not even going to have, you're not going to be able to move your vehicle because you don't have the computer in it. It ain't going to start for sure. So I bit the bullet, and I really didn't want to, but I bought a brand new computer through Dodge, which was like $1,100. And they wanted to charge me something ridiculous, like $50 or oh, look at this view here. Now let me give you a shot of these mountains. See if that's a better view for you. Yeah, they wanted like 50 or 75. Might even have been $100 for them to change the computer out, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I understand it's a dealer and everything, but it's basically 2 bolts and 3 clips. You just unclip it, pull the clips out, and it's very easy to access. It's right under the hood. Matter of fact, I'll pull over here in a second and I'll show you. But even if it was $20, even if you were eating a bag of chips and they said, hey, if you just give me half the chips in your bag and we'll swap this out, it still isn't a good deal. I mean, unless you really don't like chips. Let's say you're eating like salt and vinegar, which is pretty low on the chip status, in my opinion. Then I'd be like, you know what, I'll give you half of my salt and vinegar for you to change out the computer. Let me pull over and I'll show you what I'm talking about with the ECU. It's right here. You got these 3 clips. I don't want to burn this microphone. Hold on a second. There we go. Alright, so you got these 3 clips right here. And there's 1, 2... I thought there was 3, but I think there's just 2 bolts holding it on. 1 on each side. And just a Phillips screwdriver. So what I did, I just took a shorty screwdriver, undid both, and it basically comes right out. And they want to charge like $75 or $100 or something to install that, which is just ridiculous. You know, considering you're spending so much money on the computer itself. It just makes sense to just take it out, you know, by yourself and put it back in. It's very easy. Well, yeah, learn from my mistakes. I did break one of these tabs off. I don't know if you can see that, but I mean, it still clips in there fine and it stays in there, but I was just trying to yank it off and snapped it off. So that is one thing to be cautious of. You just want to pull this up, you know, pull that up with a screwdriver and then pull the clip off. That's basically it. Easy peasy, just like that. If this video helps one person out, it was a success. You know, they say it's you know, reading up online, it's kind of a common problem that the computers go out on these Dodges. I don't know if it's specifically these years. This is a 99. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Hit the like button if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos on the van. Have a great day.